Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the finished article, All Things Football. As it shows down below, hashtag All Things Football. You can follow us on Twitter, football, and all social media under that hashtag. My name's Shazad, and I'm here again with my co-host.
What's happening, peeps? Hope everyone's well. We're almost coming to end of another long week, and thankfully, because we've had bank holiday on Monday, it's only been a 4-day week. Hope everyone's well. Shaz, how you doing, man? You good?
Yeah, good man, good. Busy week at work, but yeah, all good, man, all good.
Let's go. So, guys, what we're covering today is match week 31 of the Premier League, and what myself and Shaz are going to do are going to run through the fixtures that are covering starting from tomorrow and give our predictions and what we think is going to happen. And then just leave a wrap. But guys, before we continue, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment below if there's any content you'd like to see us cover. But I'm going to hand it over to Shaz to kick it off.
Yeah, thanks very much for that, Shaz. Yeah, so as Shaz said, we're just going to run down the games. So the first game, which is tomorrow, 8 p.m, Fulham versus Wolves. I see Wolves winning that 2-1 comfortably.
My opinion is that based on Wolves' recent form and over form, I'm actually going to back Fulham to nick it 1-0. I think Scott Parker's got the guys playing well. They've had some unlucky results recently. Played well. Since the start of the season, they've made a dramatic turnaround from conceding a lot of goals. They've become a lot tighter. So I'm going to go
definitely they have.
Fulham to nick it.
Still going with my boys Wolves, man.
Yeah,
Portuguese B team.
their kit does look like the Portugal team. Actually, I have to say
half the team's Portuguese as well, bro.
Well, it's a factory for Portugal, if you like. But next game we're going to move on to is on Saturday, so it's the first game of the day, which we've got Manti versus Leeds.
Yes.
What do we reckon, Shaz?
I'm going with Man City. The league form has been outstanding this season. I know they lost to Dortmund over the week, and we'll cover that in the European fixture breakdown later this week. But yeah, I've got City. I'll have City winning that, maybe 3-1. I don't see Leeds putting up much of a fight against Man City, to be fair. What about you?
You know what? I'm gonna go against the tradition, and I'm actually gonna say Leeds are actually gonna surprise, because as we saw when Leeds played Man United and Liverpool earlier in the season, they have a tendency to score a lot of goals. Yes, they do concede, but I think Man City are quite open and have defensive frailties at the back. Yes, John Stones and Diaz have been solid, but I reckon Leeds have got goals in them. So I'm going to back Leeds to nick this one 2-1.
You think Leeds are going to beat Man City, yeah? That's a bold prediction, bro. Bold prediction.
I can't agree with everything you say. I've got to try.
No. But I wouldn't expect you to say Leeds are going to beat City, though. But
I wouldn't say
that's a good prediction, bro.
I wouldn't say
I like it.
It's worth taking a risk on something, so I'm going to stick my neck out there.
Fair enough. So bear with me. Lost my earpiece. Sorry about that, peeps. Next fixture we're going on to is Liverpool and Aston Villa. That's a 3 p.m. kickoff straight after City and Leeds. What's your take on Liverpool and Aston Villa, bro?
I think Liverpool are going to be gunning for revenge from the 7-2 defeat earlier in the season. I've got to be honest. I watched Liverpool play Real Madrid in the week, and defensively they had a shocker. Their attacking play has been all over the place. Mane is not with it this season. Salah is doing well, but he's a one-man show.
Let's be honest, Chaz. Liverpool, none of the players are with it this season compared to last season.
Yeah, that's true, and that's down to a burnout. So for me, I'm gonna back Villa to win, and I reckon
I'm gonna go with Villa.
Yeah, I'll go 3-1 Villa.
I'm gonna go 3-2 on this one.
The only reason
going with Villa to do the double over Liverpool, the current Premier League champions.
The only reason
Shocker.
I say that is that Liverpool's home record this season isn't all that. Plus, because there's no fans, it's not as daunting as going to Anfield normally is.
Yeah.
But that's just my take on it.
No, that's
So
fair. That's fair.
moving on to the last game of the day, we've got Palace and Chelsea. Over to you, bro. What do you reckon?
In all honesty, I'm going to go with Chelsea because they had a good game against Porto, and I think they're going to carry the momentum into the Premier League with that, and I think they'll go. I'll say 3-1.
So, yes, they had a good game against Porto. I definitely thought Mason Mount was the best player. For me, I still think they will be reeling off the effects of losing to West Brom 5-2 last week, and Palace are not a team to be taken lightly. So I'm gonna go 1-1. Chelsea to take the lead, and then Palace to come back with an equalizer.
Okay, fair play. So, are you going to give us predictions on when the goals are coming, like exact to the minute, bro?
Nah, but that's my take. But if you want minute by minute, I
No,
can.
that's cool, bro. That's cool. I get you, bro. So the next game is Sunday, midday, 12 o'clock kickoff. Burnley versus Newcastle. What's your take on this, Shaz? I'll let you lead on that.
This has got a boring 0-0 written all over it for me.
No chance. No.
Yeah.
I don't think it has, bro. I think that's got potential to be a very good game, depending on how the teams come out. If they both come out looking for a win, which I think they will, I think it's going to be an interesting game. I think that could be a 2-2 draw.
They'll come out looking for goals, and I don't disagree with that. But let's face facts. Newcastle are short of form. They're short of confidence. Yes, they grew up in Spurs, but that was more Spurs undoing than actual Newcastle.
Yeah, no, of course it was. Of course it was.
If anything, Sean Dyche, he's a good manager, but I can't see there being too many goals. So I'm going with a 0-0 draw, but either way, it's
like I said, I'm going 2-2 on that because I know Newcastle need the win and they need the points as well more than Burnley because they're at the bottom end of the table.
Yeah,
as we spoke about in the other video. I think they were one of your predictions to be relegated. So,
still are.
Fair play.
Anyway, moving on, we've got West Ham versus Leicester at the game at 2:05 on Sunday. Go on, Shaz. Kick us off.
They're both actually decent teams. West Brom, since Jesse Lingard's come, have turned it around. Jesse Lingard's been scoring for fun, basically, at West Ham. And Leicester aren't doing too bad either in the top half of the table. So that's going to be an interesting one to me. I'm looking forward to it. And the reason I say that is because I'm quite enjoying the form that Jesse Lingard is in. I've always thought he was a good player, but he just wasn't utilised properly at United. Now he's been utilised properly, and a manager that has faith in him. Look at what he's doing.
I have to say,
I'm going with Leicester for a 2-1 win there. Not Leicester, sorry, West Ham with a 2-1 win, and your boy Jesse Lingard to score.
West Ham, I think, for me, are the revelation of the season. They're currently sitting fourth. They're punching way above their usual expectations.
Definitely.
And for me, they're just showing what a team they're under David Moyes. I have to agree with you, Jesse Lingard, their player of the season, even though he's only been there for half a season. He's into their style of play. And definitely he's done himself no harm putting himself back in contention for rejoining England for Euro 2021.
I think that's why he made the move to try and get into the Euro squad just before.
Exactly, yeah. So he needed the game time. Leicester, for me, whilst they're a good side, I think have a tendency to drop points towards the end of the season, as we saw last season.
I mean, just looking at them two teams just before you carry on.
Yeah.
West Ham are actually 4 points behind Leicester. So if they win, they're going to be 1 point behind and they could take that third spot from them. Chelsea are 5 points behind Leicester. So do you know what I mean? The third and fourth spot is still quite tight between Leicester, West Ham, Chelsea. I'm going to say Tottenham, but Liverpool are on the same points as Tottenham, but I don't think Liverpool are going to get top four.
No, and this is the thing. It's quite close towards this end of the season, so it's now going to come down to who can hold their bottle and get the team.
And like I said, I think West Ham have been a revelation in the second half of the season, so I think they're gonna take that fourth spot.
Yeah,
got a feeling.
Based on current form, yes, but it will just depend on how
and having Jesse Lingard in the team will help because he knows what it takes to push for top four. He knows what it takes because he's been at United that long. He knows what it takes.
No, that's true. That's true.
Moving on.
I'm gonna go with.
Sorry, bro. I forgot to let you predictions there. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. I'm gonna go a 1-0 West Ham win.
I'm still going with 2-1 to West Ham. Yeah. But yeah, let's jump to the next game. This is the game I'm looking forward to. Tottenham at home to United on Sunday at 4:30 kickoff. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The last time we played Tottenham, they beat us quite bad.
Yeah, so last time Man United played Spurs was at Old Trafford early in the season, and Man United ended up getting beat 6-1.
Yeah. So this is United's chance to get that revenge, just like you said. Chelsea are looking for in their next game, but United are definitely looking. No, sorry, you said Aston Villa and Liverpool, didn't you? Yeah, Liverpool looking to get revenge on Aston Villa, but United are also looking here to get revenge on Tottenham for that.
It's funny that these two fixtures that you just mentioned, the Liverpool Aston Villa one, are the same weekend as the Spurs. So
United, it's crazy that as well. Yeah, you bang on.
No, the funny thing is, United's form away from home hasn't been too bad, and I'm gonna back them to nick it 2-1.
To United, you mean? Sorry.
Yeah, Man United. Yeah.
Do you know what? It's gonna be a tough game for United. But yeah, I'm still going with United for the win. I've still got faith in my boys, United. I'm gonna say 2-1. I'm also going to try and predict who's going to score for United this time. I'm going with Bruno to score or assist because he does either in every game. I'm going for my boy Pogba to score in this game, like I did last time against I can't remember, was it AC Milan? I said he was going to come off the bench and score.
Yeah.
So I'm going for him to score against Tottenham, United to win 2-1.
Fair enough.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Just before we go, I'm predicting here that Henderson is going to be in goal over De Gea. Just based on Solskjaer made a few comments just before the game today against Granada. He got asked if De Gea is now the Europa League goalkeeper and Henderson's number one. He didn't really give an answer to it. He just laughed it off and just said, "Well, I haven't decided which goalkeeper I'm using. I can use either."
There's a reason why that De Gea played today. So, as you're probably aware, a few days ago there was reports that he's going to be sold in the summer. So he needs to basically play and maintain his transfer value.
I don't think that's the reason. I think with Solskjaer, he's got a predicament on his hands in goalkeeper in that position because he's got two top quality goalkeepers. He's got De Gea, who's, probably, if you ask me, one of the top two goalkeepers in the world. That there's a debate between De Gea and other goalkeepers, which I'm not going to go into right now. That's a topic we can discuss in a further video. But right now, De Gea is one of the top two goalkeepers in the world. And now he's got Henderson, who's a young, hungry goalkeeper who's looking to get in the England squad. And he's had some amazing performances at United. He's pulled off some great saves. So he's put himself in contention for that number one jersey next season at United, which is always good. But I think what Solskjaer is going to do, he's going to basically give them a few games each, 2 or 3 games here, 2 or 3 games there. He's going to keep them fresh, but he's going to keep them competing against each other, which is, it's always good.
No, that's true. I mean, I think the competition is good, and I don't really see a problem with the fact that De Gea played tonight because he hasn't played and he needed some game time. So I wouldn't read much into it. But be interesting to see how it plays out in the summer.
Definitely.
Anyway, moving on, we've got Sheffield United versus Arsenal as the last game of the day on Sunday. That's at 7 p.m. Over to you, Shaz. What do you reckon?
Well, Sheffield United, bottom of the table, they're already relegated. They've got nothing to play for. They know they're relegated. They know they've got nothing to play for. So there's two ways Sheffield United can finish off the season. They can finish off not caring, we're relegated. We don't care who beats us. We're done for in in the league. Or they can come out and be like, okay, fair enough. We're at the bottom of the table. Could get relegated, but let's fight and see if we can climb that table and see if we can salvage something here. Put some faith in themselves. But I'm going with option A on Sheffield because from current games, I don't think that the players really care anymore. They know they've been relegated. So I'm going with Arsenal with a 2-0 win.
Well, depends which Arsenal side turn up based on the fact that they lost. Apologies, correction. They drew with Slavia Prague last minute from holes from them. I really don't know. I mean, Arteta is struggling right now. I'm actually going to say that Arsenal are going to win, but it's not going to be as easy as people predict. It'll be a scrappy 1-0 win for Arsenal.
Okay, cool. So moving on to the next game. This is one of the first fixture on Monday, 6 p.m. kickoff. You've got West Brom coming off the 5-2 win at Chelsea, taking on Southampton. I'm going with West Brom on this because they've got a lot of momentum after that Chelsea game with a 5-2. I'm going with West Brom winning Southampton, not comfortably, but I think it'll be a 2-1 win. I think Southampton will make them work for the win.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I think West Brom are on the crest of a wave. Sam Allardyce has got them playing some good football. And it's just funny that their 5-2 performance came last week, and you're thinking, where have you guys been all season? But I have to agree. I can't really say any more than what you said. I'd have to go with a West Brom win, and I'm just going to go predict a 1-0 win, scrappy 1-0 win.
Yeah, definitely. And that's not the last game. The last game
is apologies. Brighton versus Everton at 8:15 as the last game on Monday Night Football. And my take on that is that it's going to be a 1-1 draw. Brighton, good side at home. Everton, for me, they're starting to fade away. They had a good start to the season, but I think they're just too inconsistent and they just leak too many goals at the back. So
yeah, I get where you're coming from with that. With that game, I'm going with Everton. Now, I don't think, to be fair, they've got one player that I've always rated highly, James Rodriguez. The manager at Everton is Ancelotti, and he signed James James Rodriguez, as they call him. That's his correct name. Apologies for getting it wrong. It's James Rodriguez. Ancelotti has signed him for near enough every club he's been to since. So he signed him at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
He had him at Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
And now he's brought him to Everton. Now, it's good to see a manager having faith in a player with the quality and talent of Rodriguez. I think he's so underrated. I mean, Everton have scored some brilliant goals from assists from him. And I think he's the type of player that can help them win big games or get those 3 points when they need them. Like I said, with other like Jesse Lingard, he knows how to get points. He knows how to win games. But Rodriguez does as well. I mean, he's played at Bayern Munich, he's played at Real Madrid, he's played for some of the big clubs in the world. And he knows how to get the job done. Yeah, he's at Everton because he's towards the end of his career. He might not be as good as he was when he was younger, but he's still got what it takes to be in. I think he could walk into.
Oh, bless you. Sorry.
Yeah, I think he could walk into any of the top 4 teams in the Premier League and make the starting 11.
I don't disagree with that. I think he's a gem of a player. I think Everton have done well to actually get him. But I think he's destined for bigger and better things. So I think Everton is a short-term move for him.
I don't know. I don't know. On that,
Correct.
bro.
Reckon.
To be honest, I'm not too sure what's going to happen with him because so he's towards the end of his career. How much has he got left in him?
Yeah, but if you look at it, if you look at teams like Arsenal, I think they're definitely crying out for a creative midfielder, and their midfield is as shocking
Yeah.
as most teams. So for me, I reckon yes, I don't disagree that he's 29, but I still think he's got one big left. You never know. Even Leicester might come in looking for him. You can see Arsenal doing it as well. I definitely think he's got one big move in left in the Premier League. So,
Do you
but
reckon?
that's my take on it.
No, you're not wrong. He's still a gem of a player, and I think he's still got what it takes to, play football at the top flight. He's still a really, really good creative midfielder, as you said. Any team would be lucky to snap him up. His deal at Everton is actually 2 years, which started in September, so he's got a year left on it at the end of this season, basically. So that shows that he's got 1 year left, but he could potentially go to. He could potentially be leaving on free at the end of next season if he wanted
Well,
to.
here's the funny thing is that Everton got him for cheap from Real.
Yeah.
So the funny thing is that there was a lot of complaints that how much did Everton actually pay it. So they did well to bring him in. Now my point is that James Rodriguez is used to winning championships like he did at Real Madrid. He didn't really win it so much at Real as much as be a squad player. At Bayern he won it, but he was again a bit part player.
Squad player, yeah.
Squad player. So it just depends on, does he see himself staying there? Fair enough. If he does stay,
to be honest, I mean, looking at the contract that he signed, it was a 2-year deal, as I said.
Yeah.
And I think that shows that he doesn't want to be staying at Everton for too long. He's going to be there as a filler in his career, a gap filler in his career where he didn't know where he was going. I think his contract at Real Madrid was up soon. They obviously weren't going to, offer him a new one. And he's just come because Ancelotti has faith in him, and he knew Ancelotti was going to use him in the right way. So he's come here to show people that he can still do what he did 4 or 5 years ago. He's still that good. And I think this is like, I'd like to say it's like an audition. These 2 years at Everton are like an audition for a bigger club to come and snap him up. Now, saying that, I could see David Beckham's team, Inter Miami, snapping him up after the 2 years.
Yes,
and that would be an amazing move for him. Because he'd be 31, 32 going into the end of his contract. So he'll have 4 or 5 years left, signing a 4 or 5 year deal in the MLS in America, in Miami. Who doesn't want to go Miami, bro? You've been in Miami, so you should know.
Yeah, well, Beckham didn't sign me to play for the club. I think when I went, it didn't exist. But yes, it is a good.
Yeah, that's what I could see happening for Rodriguez, and I'd be happy to see him over into Miami. And that's not because I don't think he can't hack it in the Premier League. It just makes it's the right move for him at that time of his career. Because as I said, it's the last few years of his career. Sign a 3-4 year deal in Miami. He'd be making loads of money. He'd be set for the rest of his life, and he'd be playing in a league where he's probably one of the best players there, even at that age.
MLS is competitive, so they turned out some decent players, and
they have. But I think Rodriguez, at his age, at that time in his career, will still be one of the best players in that league. Just because, and like I said, I highly rate Rodriguez, and I always thought he should have come to United. Now I don't know if you know, but on Football Manager, he's one of the first players I always sign at United. It doesn't matter what club he's at. To me, I'll always sign him at United, and he always performs for me.
So when you say you sign him at United, you basically what you do is you sign up as United player manager, then you sign up as Real Madrid player manager, get him to dwindle his contract down.
No, definitely not, bro. Definitely not. Those are some shady tactics, bro. I'm not like that. Bro. I look to sign him from Real Madrid because that's where he's been for the past couple of seasons. But I think before that he was at Porto, I believe. I can't remember where I used to sign from back when I used to play Football Manager. I've only just recently started playing it again last year, but I think last year in the game he was quite cheap. You know, like Everton have signed him cheap. I
Yeah.
snapped him up on cheap from Real Madrid, and I think in one of the seasons that I played, Real Madrid actually released him with 2 years left on his contract, and I just snapped him up for free straight away. Put him in
Fair.
midfield with Pogba and Fernandez. Boom, there you go, lad.
So
Don't need McFred.
he started off at Envigado,
Yeah,
then Banfield, Porto, Monaco. He was at Monaco before he went to Madrid.
right,
Yeah.
Monaco. Yeah, I think it was when he was at Monaco where he scored that really good goal in the World Cup, didn't he? And
Oh
then
yes,
that's when Real Madrid snapped him up.
2014 World Cup. Yeah, absolutely. That's
Yeah,
when Madrid came from.
that's when he got known for that. After that, he got known for that goal. But even without that goal, I think he's still one of the top talents in football.
No, that's true. That is.
He's not like your Messi or your Ronaldo or players like that. But
Yeah,
creative midfield wise,
a
he's
different class.
really good.
Absolutely.
So yeah, thank you very much everyone for tuning in. That was the preview of the fixtures for the Premier League game week 31. We'll be back on Tuesday to do a recap of the results and our thoughts on that. We'll be back tomorrow with another video on the Champions League and the Europa League results that have just obviously finished today. And on the other hand, on all things WWE, we'll probably be back over on Saturday or Sunday to do a recap of NXT TakeOver, and then Monday, Tuesday, we'll be back again with the recap, of WrestleMania. So again, thanks everyone for tuning in. Really, really appreciate everyone's support. Like Shaz said before, please leave some comments. Let us know what you want us to be talking about. Help us grow our channel the way you want it. Hit the subscribe button. I think it's somewhere down here. Down at the bottom, that little red button that says subscribe. Yeah, just hit that. Yeah, and the little button on the other side, where it says like with a thumbs up. Yeah, just smash that down. The more videos that the video that gets the most likes, those are the ones that are recommended on other channels, and those are the ones we're going to be looking at to do more of.
You know what,
that's
guys,
the type of content people like. That's the type of content we're going to be putting out.
Smash the like button if you want Shaz to get a trim. That's
Okay. Is that how we're doing it now? Yeah. Okay. So everyone, smash the like button if you want to see Shaz get a bald head. No, I'm joking, bro. I'm joking. I wouldn't
so
be.
good, so good.
But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Again, as I said, we'll be back over the next couple of days with more videos, more content. Again, more football content, more wrestling content, and we'll be bringing other segments shortly as well. So stay tuned.
Take care,
See you
guys.
later.